We're live, Judge.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for taking time out of this beautiful morning here to be with us today. First item, we'll have a roll call. Let's see. I say there's Melissa. Kevin's here with me. See Judge Coleman. We'll see Judge Vincent, and then Colton. Okay, so we do have a quorum. All right, then next is approve Alliance Corporation's list of subcontractors. I think you all got a list of those sent out to you in the package. Okay, we'll look at that some more.
We'll have Tim review that for us and maybe explain the alternates.
Okay. Mr. Keegan, can you give us an update on that or go through them for us? Looks like he may be having some audio difficulty also.
Can you hear us, Tim?
Are you ready to take? No, he's gonna go through them here, I think, Kevin.
Dan, do you have any way to reach out to Tim by text?
I texted him.
No. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can't hear a thing that anybody else is saying. So we were, I guess we were very fortunate in the bids that we received. We were, again, kind of exceeded our expectations on the majority of the bids, especially the larger ones, the site, concrete, mechanical, electrical, a lot of the larger bid packages. We were, again, very pleased with the outcome. We have gone through all of the bid packages. We're familiar with all of the companies that were low. We have gone through the post-bid interview process, and there were a couple of them that I think the architect had some questions on. We seemed to resolve those issues, and there were some that maybe were a little bit lower than the rest, so we went through all those and I guess came to a comfort level with all of them that everything had been included and that they felt comfortable with their bid. So like I said, going through all of them, we're very comfortable with all of the subcontractors that we've landed with on this, and we have no hesitations whatsoever about moving forward with this group of subcontractors.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the contractors or anything at this time? Or any comments?
Well, Tim,
I don't know what's going on with my sound, but I cannot hear a word anybody is saying. So let me look one more time, see if I can figure this out.
I texted him to ask him to go over the alternates. So there were 4 alternates. One was for roof type on the portico, and that was I think a deduct to change the type of material. $10,000 difference, I think. There was a change to a type of insulation going from a rigid board to a spray foam. It's a better installation, comparable performance, and no cost change. There's an alternate for pavement, for paving the road between the two parcels on the project. The architect suggested we get an alternate for that because we were going to do some work, and there would be patches. And so that was 25,000 or 28,000 to resurface the pavement. And then the fourth alternate was for changing the type of woodwork from walnut to oak. And that was the only significant alternate. That was a $99,000 change. He accepted it for the purpose of the doing our plan of finance and our budget because we were over budget. But the board needs to make a determination if they're okay with oak. And if Jeff Gregory could maybe share, if I don't know if he's prepared to, but if he could show a photo or two of one of the other judicial centers. If anyone has any objections to the oak, then they could raise those now. But if or
I can do that. Just give me a minute to get it up. I didn't have anything.
Dan, I can hear the conversation now. I apologize. So
That's
if
okay.
anybody else has any questions on that, I can respond.
I just went through the review, Tim, and Jeff's going to show us some pictures of the oak so we can make sure that we can allow the board to make a decision on
Yeah.
their preference there.
We just finished the Bath County Judicial Center, which is a project of similar size. And they did the same thing with the alternate there. They took the white oak alternate, but it was stained to match the walnut color. So I'll just I got the photos now. So give me a second. I'll share my screen. Let's see, let me get two of them up here so I can give you a little better look at them. Okay. All right. So get these back up here. All right, so there's one of them. That's at the clerk's area. And then I have another one from the courtroom. So that was the result. That's what we're talking about.
So RJ is going to speak to the budget, but part of the reason for Tim accepting the alternate for his initial number was we were $400,000 in shortfall. Our contingency was 7.5% at approximately 1.5 million, if that's right, Jerry. And
At the 7.5, yeah, that's right.
And so with this 400 shortfall, we're reducing the contingency to 5.5%, which will leave us with $1.1 million in contingency. And I'm just comfortable with that lower contingency number, but the $100,000 basically deduct for the oak gives us that extra $100,000 in contingency. I don't know that Alliance feels as if we would necessarily need to use all of the contingency, but it's up to the board to make the final choice on whether or not they're both comfortable with the oak, or if not, having a little bit lower contingency. And I would let Tim speak to that difference in the amount. Does anyone have any objections to the oak over the walnut? Sorry, Tim.
Melissa, Judge Coleman, y'all the ones that are going to be in the building there.
Yeah. I'm the worst person to ask something about like that, but
Those
I mean,
pictures look
the
really
picture looked
nice.
good.
They were there. They did. Yeah.
Melissa, I would agree. The Bath County Judicial Center woodwork did look very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
The board would need to make a
Accept.
motion and accept the subcontractors and the 4 alternates. If I'm saying that correctly, Tim, you accepted with this number, you had all 4 alternates in the job, correct?
That's correct.
So do I have a motion to that effect? To accept the bid package with the 4 alternates also?
So moved.
Judge Coleman,
Second.
and a second by Melissa. Is there any discussion? Not hearing any, would y'all please raise your hand? I have Kevin, Melissa, Judge Coleman, and Cole. Okay, all unanimous. All right, so then our next item of business is to approve the bills. Look like we had a few this time.
And you want to review the disbursement with them?
Yes, that was a design fee for Sherman Carter for completion of Phase C construction documents, and for Alliance for their Phase C work.
Okay. So I have a motion here by Kevin. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Colton. Is there any discussion? If not, please raise your hand. Colton, Judge Coleman, Kevin, Melissa, we're good. All right. Next, this morning, we're moving right along, is Compass Review, the plan of finance. Yes, that'd be you, Mr. RJ.
Good morning, Judge. Can you hear me?
So Ken, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you. So I think the easiest way to kind of look at this is if you go back to that project summary we sent you, and I think Dan had sent it as well. And if you look at page 5, column B, at the current market rate, we were showing that we're about $400,000 short of funding. As Dan mentioned to you all, with the reduction in the contingency, that saves us about $405,000. So we can cover that $399 with that at current market rates and stay inside 20 years. As a reminder as well, the one thing that particular plan of finance does not include is any interest earnings that we will get on the 22,000 or 22 million, excuse me, that'll get deposited in the construction fund. So we should be able to make probably close to $1 million in investment return over the course of the construction period. So with that and the reduction in contingency based on current market rates, this project can go forward.
Okay.
Did I say that kind of correct, Dan?
I wasn't certain if we were going to do the reinvestment. That was something that Jerry and I had not been informed on, I guess.
Right. Well, ordinarily we'll send that to you all right before the sale date, so we kind of have some idea of what investments look like. And we've done that with most of all of the projects because the money's just going to sit there.
have you spoken with Carol about that yet?
We have not sent her that issue yet. No, we
Okay.
usually wait till we get a signed contract, and know what our bonding scenario looks like.
I think that's terrible.
Yeah, we've not, there's been some discussion about not doing reinvestment. There was some
Okay.
consideration, but to me, like you say, the money would just sit there, but that's for the budget office to make that call. So
Right. It gives us a little more, I guess, cushion. I think it's obviously it's really tight with the reduction in contingency, but it would still work, um, given current rates.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anyone got any more questions for RJ?
All right.
Thank you, RJ.
Thank you, Judge.
So at this time, that is all we have.
Judge,
Need to approve the bills.
Judge.
Yeah.
Jeff
Okay.
Gregory here. I just had one thing I wanted to mention, if I could. It had nothing to do with RJ, but on the meeting today with me are a couple other guys from our office.
Okay.
There's Daryl Douglas is on, and he will be our construction administrator throughout the construction phase. He's been doing all of our judicial work, so he knows the ins and outs of AOC jobs really well. And just finished up Bath and Oldham and is working on Crittenden right now. And he'll also be working on Clinton. So he knows his way around the system. And then also Jeff Sheets. He's an architect who's been working on this project, well, and many others throughout. So you all haven't met him yet, but he's going to be assisting primarily in the construction administration phase with shop drawings. But anyway, just wanted you to know who the other guys were in our office who will be working on your project going forward in construction. That's it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else this morning? All right. Well, you all will send out a invitation for our next meeting, which will be a regular scheduled meeting, correct?
Amy will send the agenda out for us on prior to that date. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, we will adjourn this meeting, and everyone, y'all have a great day. Thank you all. Appreciate your time this morning. See y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.